You're listening to Speak English with Chat.
On Chat English. Welcome back to Chat English. Today, we are going to build a simulator for the most terrifying moment in any conversation. Imagine you're in the office kitchen. You see a colleague you know just a little bit. You say, "Hi, how are you?" They say, "Good." And then silence. The only sound is the coffee machine humming. Your heart starts beating fast. You desperately want to say something intelligent, but your mind is completely blank, and the silence feels heavier with every passing second.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. I remember when I first started my job at the marketing agency. I got stuck in the elevator with the CEO on my second day. I panicked so hard, I just stared at the floor numbers changing for 12 floors. It was excruciating.
That is exactly what we are fixing today. By the end of this episode, you will have a complete rescue script, 3 specific techniques to revive a dying conversation, pivot to a new topic naturally, or exit gracefully without being rude.
This is such an important topic because I think many learners feel like if they stop talking, they have failed. They think fluency means nonstop noise.
Exactly. But even native speakers have pauses. The difference is that native speakers have what we call bridge phrases. These are little linguistic tools that carry you over the silence to the next topic. When you don't have these tools, the silence feels like a wall. When you do have them, it just feels like a breath.
I love that image. So we are going to break down this rescue script into 3 parts, right?
That is the plan. We have part 1, the revive. This is for when the conversation crashes immediately after "how are you?" Part 2 is the pivot. This is for when you want to change the topic but don't want to sound random. And part 3 is the exit. This is the most important one, how to leave a conversation when you have run out of things to say without making the other person feel bad.
I definitely need the exit. I usually just look at my watch and run away.
We will fix that today, Dan. Let's start with the first disaster scenario, the "how are you" trap.
It really is a trap, isn't it? We are taught in textbooks that "how are you" is a conversation starter. But in reality, it is usually a conversation ender.
Exactly. In English-speaking cultures, especially in the US and UK, "how are you" is often just a greeting, not a real question. It is like saying hello. So when you ask it, people answer on autopilot. They say, "Good, you," and you say, "Good," and then you hit the wall.
Right, and then you are standing there stirring your coffee in silence. So how do we break that loop?
We use a technique called the echo question.
The echo question, what does that look like?
It's very simple. You listen to the one key word in their short answer and you repeat it back to them with a questioning tone. Or you ask a follow-up question that targets the specific activity they are doing. But the grammar here is the secret sauce.
Okay, give me an example. Let's role-play the bad version first.
Okay, I'm the colleague, you are you. Go.
Hey Alice, how are you?
Good, thanks, you.
Good.
See? Dead end. Now let's try using the echo technique with a specific grammar structure, the present perfect continuous.
The present perfect continuous. That is, have you been doing, right?
Exactly. Instead of asking "what did you do," which feels like an interrogation, or "what are you doing," which is too immediate, asking "what have you been doing lately," or "have you been working on anything interesting," opens up a timeline. It invites them to talk about the recent past up to now.
That makes sense. What did you do sounds like a police officer. What have you been doing sounds like a friend catching up.
Precisely. Let's try the role play again. I will give you a short answer, and I want you to use an echo question or a present perfect continuous question to revive it.
Got it. Ready.
Hey, Dan, good to see you.
Hey, Alice, how are things?
Oh, you know, busy.
Busy? Have you been working on that big end of your report?
Oh my gosh, yes. It has been taking up all my time. I literally haven't left my desk in 4 hours.
Wow, that sounds intense.
It is, but at least the data's looking good.
See? That flowed so much better. I just picked up on the word busy and used it to guess what you were doing.
Exactly. You echoed busy and then you used the present perfect continuous. Have you been working on? This shows empathy. It shows you know what's happening in my life.
But Alice, what if I don't know what they are working on? What if it's a stranger?
That is a great question. If you don't have context, you can echo the environment. Let's say we are at a conference. We don't know each other.
Okay.
You ask me how I am.
Hi, how are you enjoying the conference?
It's good. A lot of information.
A lot of information? Have you been going to the technical sessions?
Yeah, the AI session was overwhelming.
Boom, we are in a conversation.
Perfect. The key is to take the pressure off yourself to be interesting. You don't have to be interesting. You just have to be interested. The echo question forces you to listen, which stops you from panicking about what to say next.
I love that. You don't have to be interesting. You just have to be interested. That takes so much pressure off.
It really does. Now, I want to try a little quiz with our listeners. We call this the best reply quiz. I am going to set up a situation where the conversation has stalled. I will give you 3 options, A, B, and C. I want you to shout out the best answer, or just think it loudly before Dan tells us the winner.
I am ready. Let's do it.
Situation. You are at a coffee shop waiting for your order. The person next to you says, "Man, this line is moving so slowly." Option A, yes. Option B, do you like coffee? Option C, it really is. Have you been waiting long?
Ooh, okay, let's break these down. Option A is yes. That is the conversation killer.
Right, it is polite, but it is a door slam. It ends the interaction.
Option B is do you like coffee? That feels a bit robotic.
It is a bit too random. We are standing in a coffee shop line. Of course they probably like coffee. It doesn't connect to what they just said.
So it has to be option C. It really is. Have you been waiting long?
Exactly. Why is C the winner?
Because it validates their complaint. It really is. And then it uses a question to pass the ball back to them. And it uses the present perfect, have you been waiting, which connects the past to the present moment.
Perfect analysis. It builds a bridge. If you say, "Do you like coffee?" you are starting a new building on a different island. If you say, "Have you been waiting long?" you are building a bridge from their comment to your comment.
I like the bridge metaphor. It helps visualize the connection.
Let's do one more. This one is trickier.
Bring it on.
Situation. You are talking to a colleague on Monday morning. You ask, "How was your weekend?" They say, "It was okay. I didn't do much." This is a classic dead end. I didn't do much.
That is the hardest one. It gives you nothing to work with.
Here are your options. Option A, "Oh nice, I went skydiving." Option B, "Sometimes doing nothing is the best kind of weekend. Did you just relax at home?" Option C, "Why didn't you do anything?"
Okay, option C is aggressive. Why didn't you do anything? Sounds judgmental.
Definitely, do not say C.
Option A, I went skydiving. That is what I usually do. I get nervous that they are boring, so I try to be exciting.
And that's a very common mistake. It is called the spotlight shift. They give you a short answer, so you panic and shine the spotlight on yourself. "Oh nice, well I did this amazing thing." It can seem like you are bragging or that you don't care about their answer.
So it must be option B. Sometimes doing nothing is the best kind of weekend. Did you just relax at home?
Yes, and do you see what you did there? You took a negative answer, "I didn't do much," and you reframed it as a positive thing. You validated that doing nothing is actually great.
And then I asked a specific question. Did you just relax at home?
Exactly. You gave them permission to be boring. People often give short answers because they think their life is boring. If you validate that boring is actually relaxing, they will open up. They might say, "Yeah, honestly, I just watched a whole series on Netflix."
And then you are off to the races talking about Netflix.
Exactly. That is the revive. You take the little scrap of information they gave you, you echo it, validate it, and ask a follow-up. But sometimes, Dan, a topic is truly dead.
Yeah, sometimes you've talked about the weather, you've talked about the coffee, and there is just nothing left there.
Right. You can feel the energy dropping. If you stay on that topic, it gets awkward. This is where we need part 2 of our rescue script, the pivot.
The pivot. This is changing the subject, right?
Yes, but it is changing the subject smoothly. If you just jump to a new topic, it gives the other person conversational whiplash.
Whiplash, like being in a car crash. I have definitely done that. The weather is nice. Do you have a dog?
Exactly. It is too jarring. We need a connector phrase. The 2 best phrases for this are "speaking of" and "that reminds me of."
I use speaking of a lot, but I feel like I can only use it if the topics are actually related.
That is the secret, Dan. In English conversation, the connection can be very loose. It doesn't have to be logical. It just has to associative.
Give me an example of a loose connection.
Let's say we are talking about the coffee in the office kitchen. It is terrible. We agree it is terrible. Topic dead.
Okay.
You want to ask me about my holiday plans. How do you get from terrible coffee to holiday plans?
Speaking of coffee, are you going on holiday? No, that doesn't work.
Try connecting the feeling of the coffee. The coffee is bad. We need good coffee. Where do you get good coffee? Italy? France? A cafe?
Oh, I see. So I could say, speaking of coffee, I had the best espresso in Rome last year. Are you going anywhere exciting this summer?
That is brilliant. Do you see what you did? You used the keyword coffee to jump to a memory, Rome, and then used Rome to jump to the question, summer plans.
That is smooth. It feels like a natural flow, even though I planned it.
It is totally planned, but it sounds natural. Let's try that reminds me of. This is great for storytelling.
Okay.
Let's say I'm complaining about the traffic this morning. The traffic was a nightmare. I sat on the highway for 40 minutes.
I want to change the topic to, let's say, a podcast I was listening to.
How do you bridge that gap? Traffic to podcast.
Okay, that reminds me of this podcast I was listening to in the car. It made the drive go so much faster.
Perfect. You used the context being in the car to pivot to the new topic. That reminds me of this podcast.
I realized something, Alice. These phrases, speaking of, that reminds me of, they are like signals. They tell the other person, hey, I'm changing the direction now, follow me.
Exactly. They are turn signals for your conversation. Without them, you are just swerving across the road.
I love that. So we have the revive for when the topic is weak. We have the pivot for when we want a new topic. But what about when we just want to leave?
Ah, the exit. This is the hardest one for polite people.
It really is. I feel so guilty saying bye. It feels like I'm saying, you are boring, I am leaving.
And that is why so many learners get stuck in conversations for 20 minutes longer than they want to. They are hostages to their own politeness.
Hostages to politeness. That is me.
The key to a graceful exit is this. You must frame your leaving as a benefit to them or as an external obligation. You never just say, I am leaving. You say, I should let you go.
I should let you go. I hear native speakers use that all the time.
It is a beautiful phrase. Think about the grammar. I should let you go. It implies that I am the one keeping you from doing your important work. It frames the exit as an act of consideration.
That is genius. So instead of, I need to go do work, which sounds like my work is more important than talking to you, I say, I better let you get back to work.
Exactly. Let's look at the structure of a perfect exit. It has 3 steps.
3 steps? I thought it was just one phrase.
No, to be truly smooth, you need 3 beats. Beat 1, the summary. Beat 2, the reason. Beat 3, the future.
Okay, break that down for me.
Beat 1, the summary. You acknowledge the conversation you just had. It was so great catching up with you. Or, I'm glad we bumped into each other.
Okay, that closes the loop.
Beat 2, the reason. This is where you use the magic phrase. I'd better let you get back to it. Or, I know you're busy, so I won't keep you.
And beat 3?
Beat 3, the future. You mention the next contact. See you at the meeting later. Or, let's grab lunch properly next week.
So it looks like this. It was great hearing about your trip. Summary. I'd better let you get back to your report. Reason. Catch you at the team meeting. Future.
That was perfect, Dan. How did that feel to say?
It felt complete. It didn't feel abrupt. It felt like I was wrapping the conversation.
In a nice little box and handing it to them.
That is the perfect way to describe it. And notice the vocabulary. I'd better let you. I won't keep you. These are very native phrases.
What if I am talking to a boss? Is it different?
Slightly. With a boss, you want to respect their time even more. You might say, I know you have a packed schedule, so I'll let you run.
I'll let you run. I like that. It sounds urgent and dynamic.
And with a friend, it can be more casual. Anyway, I gotta run, but let's talk soon. Gotta run is the casual version of I have to go.
Gotta run, not I must run.
I must run sounds like you are in a Victorian novel. I gotta run or I've gotta head out is modern and natural. Before we move on to our final practice, I want to take a quick second to mention something. If you are enjoying this breakdown of natural conversation strategies, you should know that we do this every single week.
We really dive deep into the stuff textbooks leave out.
Exactly. So if you want to build your social confidence in English, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It just takes a click, but it helps us keep making these episodes for you.
And hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. We have a great topic coming up on phone call anxiety.
We do indeed. But back to our rescue script. We have the revive, the pivot, and the exit.
It feels like a complete toolkit now. But Alice, what happens if I panic and forget everything?
That is the fear, isn't it? The blank mind?
Yeah, all these scripts are great, but in the moment, adrenaline can wipe my memory.
If that happens, Dan, I want you to remember one emergency button.
Oh, I need an emergency button. What is it?
The emergency button is honesty.
Honesty?
Yes. If you completely blank, just smile and say, "My brain just stopped working. What were we talking about?" Or, "I'm so sorry, I completely lost my train of thought."
You can say that?
Absolutely. Native speakers do it all the time. It is relatable, it breaks the tension. If you try to hide the awkwardness, it gets more awkward. If you name it, it disappears.
I completely lost my train of thought. That is a great phrase to learn just in case.
It is. It shows confidence. Only confident people admit when they are confused.
I feel better already just knowing I have that backup plan.
So let's do a final run through. A simulation, if you will. I am going to be a difficult conversational partner. I want you to use the tools we learned.
Okay, I am ready. I am sweating a little bit, but I am ready.
Scenario. We are at the photocopier. It is taking a long time.
Okay,
This machine is so slow today.
it really is. Has it been acting up all morning?
Yeah, since 9 a.m. I've been standing here for 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Wow. Speaking of waiting, did you hear back about that client proposal yet?
Oh, actually, yes. They emailed me this morning. We got the contract.
That is amazing news. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm pretty relieved.
Well, that is a great way to start the week. I'd better let you finish your copying, but we should celebrate later.
Dan, that was masterful.
I felt the steps. Revive with the machine question, pivot to the proposal using waiting as the link, and exit with the I better let you finish.
And notice you didn't panic. You just navigated.
It felt like a game, like I had the controller.
That is exactly what we want. Conversation is a game. It is a dance. And once you know the steps, you can stop looking at your feet and start enjoying the music.
I think the biggest takeaway for me today is the echo question. It is such a small thing, but it changes everything.
It really does. It turns listening from a passive thing into an active tool. You are hunting for that key word to echo back.
And I'd better let you go. I am going to use that today. I have a call with a supplier later who loves to talk. I'm going to use it to escape.
Please do. Report back on how it goes.
Now we have a challenge for you, listening at home or on your commute. We want to see if you can build a pivot.
Yes, this is the best reply challenge for the comments.
Here is the prompt. What is your favorite question to ask when you meet someone new? Is it where are you from? Is it what do you do?
Or maybe something unique, like what is your favorite book?
Whatever it is, type it in the comments below. And here is the twist. If you see someone else's comment, try to reply with a pivot phrase.
Oh, I love that. So if someone comments, I ask about their pets, I could reply, speaking of pets, do you have any dogs?
Exactly. Let's get a chain of conversations going in the comments section. Let's practice these bridges.
I will be down there reading them, so make them good.
And remember, if you want a written summary of all these phrases, the echo, the pivot, the exit scripts, we have a PDF cheat sheet available for you. It is linked right in the description.
It is great for reviewing right before a social event. I keep it on my phone.
It is a lifesaver. Well, that brings us to the end of our rescue mission. We hope you feel a little more equipped to handle the silence.
Remember, silence isn't a failure. It is just a pause. And now you know how to hit play again.
Beautifully said, Dan.
Thanks, Alice.
Until next time, keep chatting, keep practicing, and don't fear the pause.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.